we're looking at the theme to Spider-Man for trumpet. We're going to start at measure 11 in the full band version. That's where the main theme comes in. All right. So measure 11, we're starting on a low A. We'll do this 2 measures at a time. Measure 11 and 12 sound like this. Okay? The E flat is going to be fingered in measure 12 is going to be fingered with your second and third valve. Before you play, make sure you take a big breath because we're starting with a lower note, a low A. Once again, here's 11 and 12. Starting on the low A, big breath. Make sure you get that E flat. Now, box 13 and box 14 is almost the exact same thing. The only difference is we're adding an F and an E to the first phrase. So 13 and 14 is going to sound like this. Listen again, I'm adding an F eighth note and an E quarter note to measure 13. Measure 14 is the same exact thing as measure 12. Here's what 13 and 14 sounds like. Always starting with big air. If you're having trouble getting that rhythm down, just slow it down and play it at a speed you feel comfortable with until you can speed it up. All right, let's go to 15 and 16. 15 and 16, the A here is going to be our high A, first and second valve, and it's the note above our G. So high A. So here's what 15 and 16 sounds like. Listen again, 15 and 16. All right, and then 17 and 18. It's almost identical as measure 11 and 12. The only thing different we're doing is we're putting a quick F and E eighth note at the end. So here's what 17 and 18 is going to sound like. Make sure you're not late on that F and E. Listen again, 17 and 18. All right, and then measure 20, the triplet part. It starts on an E flat, all right, and it works its way all the way down to a low A. Here's what 20 and 21 sounds like. We'll slow this down. We'll slow this down a bit. So let's go ahead. Let's just play an E flat. Once you feel comfortable with the E flat, play the E flat and the D. Now, try adding the C. E flat, D, C, like this. And then finally, we'll add the last 3 notes. Da, 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 da. All right, make sure you take a nice big breath to get a really nice big sound out. Here's what 20 and 21 sounds like. Listen again. All right, that's a really cool part. Make sure you get you tongue every single note there. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right, so before I play the whole thing from measure 11 to measure 21, a couple things I want to point out. Number 1, E flat is your second and third valve. All right, the second thing, right here, this note is a high A. Right here, the F and the E comes in on beat 4. Do not be late. You're going to think 1, 2, 3, da da, da da da, da 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 da, and then finally da 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 da. Here's what the whole song sounds like. need to slow things down to play it, do that. Note accuracy and rhythmic accuracy is more important than speed.